The day we get married is the day I ship those brats off to Switzerland.
Look at my hands, Isha. Look at my hands.
What?
I used self-tanner yesterday. Look at this. Look at this. I am orange. It's
Did it
gross.
work?
I mean, so I put it on my face. I think it looks like it always does. I don't know. And that was the issue. I was like, I kept putting it on, and I had gloves. They give you gloves. I put on gloves, and I just was like, it's not showing up. It's not showing up. So I kept applying it and kept applying it. But for whatever reason, it only really worked on the back of my hands. So now my hands look like this.
The palest part.
The palest part.
Famously,
yes.
The palest part.
But I put on gloves. I don't know how this happened. So yeah, my hands, like, look at this. Look at this difference. It's a little, it's not great. It's not great. But I just wanted to be glowy. That's all I wanted. I wanted a sun-kissed glow, as they say. But
you do glow. You are glowing. My question is, and this is not in a shameful way. I'm just wondering, you do live in an extremely historically sunny place.
Isha, I'm protecting my one skin, the one skin I'm in.
The one skin to rule them all. You're so right. You're so right.
Now.
How
I'm not baking in the Los Angeles heat. I'm going to see
naturally. But on those walks with Archie, it's bound to happen.
Well, and that's the other thing is that I have, I tan, naturally. The sun does do that to me. But I just was like, I want a little oomph. I want a little something extra, it's my birth month. And I'm one of those annoying people about my birthday. I'm not like, oh, it's my whole month, but like my birthday's at the end of this month. So July is just kind of like a countdown to the big B day.
It is.
And I was like, like Leo season, let's try and step into it this year.
Yeah. You wanted a French kiss from skin. You know what I mean? You didn't want a little, and that's what the sun outside was giving you.
Yeah. But now I have flown too close to the fake sun, as it were.
All right.
And
yes.
And this is what has occurred. So I don't know what to do. I already tried putting on like a million body scrubs on it. I think it just has to fade. I think this is just where we're at right now.
It will, like all good things. It will fade away.
It will come to an end.
I think you look great. I would have literally had no idea because I always love how you do blush. I was just playing with this because I feel like I look jaundiced right now and I don't know which light is. This is certainly not better. This is like, this has a real IT vibe to it, which isn't a problem, but I'm thinking night shift. I need something a little warmer here. But yes, I too could probably use a bit of a glow. I am, however, feeling extremely French in this almost Diane Keaton, Meryl Streep-esque top.
No, I love it. You should be like an all-white kitchen right now, but like a rustic-y one
with lemons. With so lemons, many lemons from my garden, from my yard, from my tree. Yes.
You wore like a handkerchief on your head. You know what I'm talking about? Stick with me here. And you cut them this morning at dawn. That's how I'm imagining you. In your Nancy Meyers shirt.
I argue with my neighbor over the custody of the lemons.
Right, because some of the branches are in the neighbor's yard.
Yes.
So it's like what belongs to what.
Yes.
And they are famously not famously, but she just feels like a woman to me who would argue about that. Like the property of lemons. Like it would live in her brain. Like whose is whose.
And she would figure it out, whether the other person wanted to or not. So
yes, exactly. I say this with love. Big Nancy Meyers fan.
Big compliment energy.
Yeah. What do you think is the brattiest Nancy Meyers movie? Duh, it's The Parent Trap. Sorry.
Yeah, there's like no follow-up to that, obviously.
There's like, I know, I like literally shouldn't have even asked. That was so dumb.
How dare
obviously. You've never heard of Leonardo DiCaprio? An iconic line that lives forever. That's Brat Hall of Fame. You haven't even heard of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Our theme song famously features
I
the
know.
Parent Trap.
Ship those brats off to Switzerland. I am so dumb. Also, Meredith Blake, Brat icon.
Incredible.
She is Brat Hall of Fame, actually.
She is. She absolutely
She's like
is.
26 in the movie, and she was like, I am in wealthy stepmom era and no one can stop me. And she was supposed to be the villain. I should have been so lucky to have been the wealthy, evil stepmom at 26.
I think she is a hero to anyone who grew up watching that. The tables have turned immensely.
Yeah, the tables have turned.
The outfits, the general looks, the lifestyle, the flippy hair.
Only very few people can pull off, that white hat she wears when she's at the pool,
yes,
like first, yes, like meeting Annie, but she's pretending to be Hallie, and she flips it up. Spoiler. There's only like 6 women in the world who could pull that off, and she is one of them.
Yeah. Even, I mean, she accessorizes a lizard successfully. She made me want to try Evian. So,
oh my god, Evian. Classic.
Unbelievable. I love her.
I love her. Isha, how are you? What's going on?
I'm so good. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves.
We're always forgetting this like very crucial part of it.
I mean, we know you guys will catch on. It's fine.
Yeah, well, if you haven't realized it yet, welcome to Huge Brats, you dum-dums. Welcome.
I'm Isha.
And I'm Keerthi. Get used to it, okay?
Yeah, figure it out.
I'm really aggro this morning. Wow. I like it for me though. Why not?
I like it too. I'm really enjoying it.
This one's gonna be loosey goosey, footloose and fancy free, y'all.
Yes, I think so. This is how it needs to be. She said, "I have self tanner on, and I will do things my way."
I smell like I just stepped out of a tanning booth, and I did this 12 hours ago. So I'm running on fumes. Like? It's actually not that bad. I don't mind it too much. It's very like coconut oil-y.
Okay.
But like it feels like I smell like I'm something that's been out in the sun too long. Like I smell a little not right.
Got it. It's a bit.
It's not like a proper human smell.
Like a picnic synthetic. Leftover. Oh, yeah. Synthetic. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to. It's mostly fine. Do
you smell like what I assume a blow-up doll smells like?
Yes, a blow-up doll that's overheated. So like it just has that little chemical stank to it. So that's how I smell.
You know those tents, the like rainbow tents that you would like run under?
Of course, that you run under in elementary school.
Yes.
The highlight of my life.
Sitting in the sun, is that the kind of...
Yes, that is me with like a splash of sunscreen. Okay. That's how I smell.
It's like could a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. Like it genuinely is not that bad. It's just different. It's just different.
There you go. Well, beyond the tan that you're soon to acquire, how was your week? What's been up?
My week was the self-tan. It's taken over.
It's a defining moment.
I can't think of anything else that happened this week. Yes, because exactly. It's a defining moment, not only of this week, but perhaps of my life. Yes. So, and that's big. And so that's what's happened this week for me, Isha.
What would you like in that too? Is it like the first time that you put on eyeliner? Is it the first time you tried to do your eyebrows? What is it?
So it's not the first time I've used self-tanner, but it's the first time I've used this particular self-tanner that I was influenced to buy off TikTok. And honestly, it's my fault because like I only saw it on white girls. And I was like, oh, if I just get a shade darker than the white girls, it'll be okay. No, it was not okay. I won't disclose the name of the brand because like maybe it'll work for others, and I don't want to say that it's all bad. But
also
I just
sponsor us, it's fine.
Yeah. But as I insult you, please sponsor us. But the worst part is now I just have this huge thing of clear self-tanner sitting on my counter, and I just hate it's so wasteful. I hate it. I'm like, I'm never going to use this again now, but I have this whole thing.
Okay. So I've never used self tanner, and again, I should probably just not let myself burn in the universe. I mean, do you remember when we went on that trip and
Yes.
I
Isha and I went to
famously
Goa, and you did get a little burny burn.
I did get a little burn. It was unfortunate. I think I keep conflating bronzer with self tanner. So I expected it to be like a brown liquid that you're just kind of rubbing all over yourself. For it to be clear, there is something sinister about that to me.
Well, that's actually why I wanted to use it, because apparently it's like quick dry and it's rinse free. So usually you have to leave it on and then rinse it, right? So I was like, instead, I'll leave it on overnight and just rinse it off, when I take a shower the next day. But the other ones are like, it looks brown. So you're like, oh, okay, like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is about this formula is not it. Yeah, the clear, it intrigued me. I was trying to do too much. That's really, when we come down to it, I was trying to do too much.
But at least you
I gotta
tried.
settle down. But at least I tried. It's so important to try. So important. That's my message to the listeners out there. Even if you turn orange, you tried.
Not to all orange people. We are not saying this to a certain president.
No. One of our 2 geriatric men, one of them is bad orange.
Yes.
And the other one, honestly, like, he could use some of this clear self tanner gel. Like, it's tough. That would be my big note.
There's bronzer.
I think, okay, so I watched his George Stephanopoulos interview, and he definitely had, he got the note. He put some bronzer on his face. We got a little glow in there. Maybe I'll ask Joe Biden what self tanner he used, because he looked a lot better with George. He looked a lot better. But he is also the whitest white girl. So, maybe true. I can't trust that either. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough watching all the orange in this world as of late. But that's okay. That's okay. What is something more cheerful that happened in your world, Isha?
Okay, well, what are the landmark events in my week? I was watching
as big as using self tanner.
Yes, as massive. I went down a Hot Ones rabbit hole, and then I ended up ordering chicken tenders, and they induced a fever in me. Like, and not the good kind. Like, I became violently ill not half an hour after.
No. What flavor of wings were they?
Cajun, and I love Cajun.
That does sound good.
Yeah, it was tragic. But as I was ailing, I got a chance to catch up on season 3 of The Bear. Have you watched?
I have not. And here's where I confess something about me and The Bear. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm being very brave in saying that, as we work in this industry, but I just don't get it. I do get, it's hot rat boyfriend summer or whatever. I do get Jeremy Allen White, like, the attractiveness of that man. I fully am on board with that. But I think it's shows about food. And, like, I know how that sounds, but I just, the ins and outs of restaurant culture, I'm like, it's fine. Keep it moving.
It's like learning about the reality of someone's marriage.
Exactly. It's always sadder. Like, I know it's sadder than I think it is and harder than I think it is, but I don't need to know all that. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah, that's my note for The Bear. Keep it to yourself.
Let them know. I mean, I enjoyed the show, but I will say this season, I love a show that makes me hungry, right? Like, I'm always in it.
Interesting.
I have not felt hungry looking at any of the plates that Carmi has been serving up.
Wait, so that's like an insult, right? Yeah, like, that's bad.
And you know what? Beyond that, what has been making me most upset is he's trying all of these recipes. He's experimenting. Yeah. And if he doesn't like the plating, he's just throwing the food out. It's driving me nuts. Give it to someone.
2024. We don't do that anymore. We know better.
I mean, I'm sure someone who works in the restaurant industry could easily explain why that's happening to me, but like, unless it's just him being a brat derogatory, I don't know.
No, I think it is him being a brat derogatory, right? Like, it's
And he is a brat. That character is a brat.
absolutely. I think obsessing over plating as a rule is bratty. Like that, like I get it, whatever. It's part of restaurant culture. Again, a thing I'm simply just not into. But you can't be wasting food like that. Okay, especially really nice fucking food. Also, this may be like the original sin of the bear for me. Wasn't it like a family sandwich shop before?
Yes, and every time they show the sandwiches, I get so hungry. And then I see this high-end stuff and I'm like, I don't know. But in addition to that, a friend of mine made the point that like these kind of high-end places have to do so much to make food interesting. And obviously, like how you relate to food is so different. I could go to a place like that and really enjoy it. But I'm also realizing like so many cultures, like we're Indian, involve so many things from the jump that a simple meal is inherently complex.
Yes, absolutely. And my thing is like, why not just revamp it as a sandwich shop? Was that ever explained? That's the other thing about the bear. There's a lot of yelling, so I can't really catch what everyone's saying. Everyone's just screaming at each other, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, can we talk? I'm trying to escape. Okay,
No,
this
the bear
is not
is not
helping me. No,
it's a very, very emotional show. I really like it, but I could see why it could overwhelm people. I was just curious because you had a stint in Chicago.
Yes, and that's the other thing is I mean I watched all of the first and second season. I'll probably get to the third just to like be a part of the discourse, you know? But that's it. It's just I'm like, what neighborhood in Chicago is this? Like, is is he just like gentrifying this neighborhood that he grew up in? I guess I'm like, why would you do that?
No, that's
If
exactly
you
what's
like loved
happening.
the place. Like, what are you doing? But and also I just would prefer to eat a sandwich personally.
Yeah,
You know,
but
like
he still sells the sandwiches at lunchtime.
Oh.
Yeah. So
then maybe that's fine.
they still have like because it was called the beef. So they still have those sandwiches
the beef
for
yes.
lunch, and then dinner is like this high-end thing, which is why I think it's a little better than if you just
that's better.
the whole
that's
thing.
A lot better. That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah,
maybe I love the bear now.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I know. I think you just changed my mind.
but yeah, those are the only scenes where I get like hungry. Is if I'm seeing or if I'm seeing the baker make things because I really like him.
Yeah, I like his character too.
He's making very beautiful things. But those sandwiches, I'm like, I need a deli. I need to be near a deli right now.
Oof.
Yes. And the other thing that show has reminded me of, and controversial, I know people won't agree with this, but I really do think in many ways Mr. Bean is the facial blueprint for like a lot of human beings. I even see the resemblance in myself. Like there are just like certain strains of beanhood that certain people have. And I think it's like if you have kind of like longer nose, the likelihood of you having some sort of bean adjacency
interesting
is there. So I was just looking at Jeremy Allen White and I do find him so charming, and like I started to see this beanness in him. But when I see that, I start to like a person even more personally.
Well, of course. Yes. Of course. Wow, do you think there's someone out there who's like, if you remind me of Mr. Bean, I like you less?
There are fools everywhere. There are fools everywhere.
Say that. Okay.
But I cannot imagine. Imagine not liking a character portrayed by Rowan Atkinson, the same actor who gave us Johnny English.
Like, his career is brat complimentary.
Yes.
Like, look at the roles he's taken on, all filled with attitude in such different ways.
And often speechless.
and often speechless. He is a gem. And I say this as a compliment. You do give Mr. Bean.
Thank you so much. Oh my God,
Truly.
finally,
Praise.
finally someone has said it.
I'm glad I could see the real you.
I'm telling you, because last year I went through a phase where I was using like a Mr. Bean filter a lot, and I'm gonna be honest, they didn't have to change that much.
They were like twins.
Yeah. And like if I could
Mr.
start,
Bean?
if I could start a rumor that I'm Miss Bean, like his ex-wife was Indian, like father,
Like perhaps.
Yeah, I'm Lil Bean. I don't know what to tell you.
You're Lil Bean. That should be your drag name, Lil Bean.
Well, Keerthi, I think that it may be time for us to each pose our brat questions of the week.
Okay, so this is food related. Okay. Because we've been talking about food, so this is a quick transition. Is having rules about how food should be eaten bratty?
I think it depends. I think it can be rude. If it's in a classist way, then it's just rude, because I don't need to know how to eat this tiny, so shy and quiet hors d'oeuvre that I can barely see. I don't need to know how to like properly scoop it up. Okay, if you give me shit for it, it's going out the shitter too. So I don't really care how it goes in. I'm a classy broad like that. If there is like a certain way in a culture where it's like you're not supposed to mix two things, or like you should eat with your hands, like do it. Eating with your hands, brat complimentary. It's like apparently good for you. I don't know.
How? What? Show me the science.
1 second. We're our own producers. I gotta do a little goog. Do or distract them. All right, Wi-Fi. Okay, eating with hands is known to stimulate the 5 senses and the nerve endings on the fingers, which stimulates digestion. And when eating with hands, one eats in controlled proportions, and therefore overeating can be avoided. You want to avoid a tummy ache? Right here.
And it is so rude because people like give me shit for eating with my hands.
Crazy.
And
why?
And I'm like, so many cultures do this. Like, what is wrong? It's also just more convenient. Like, there's no middleman. It's just boop bop boop bop. You know, like.
Yes. I will say, I do think it depends.
Well, okay, sure, actually, like rice. Notorious. No, rice is easy with your hands.
Rice is a hand thing. I actually take it back, because I was gonna say like spaghetti and noodles, but I actually don't even agree with that, because I feel like there are certain like in Sri Lanka they have hoppers, which they have string hoppers, which are technically made of noodles, and you use it like a flatbread, and that is delicious. Maybe spaghetti needs to up its game.
I was gonna say, why not bring back slurping culture? Like, you know, when, okay, so, or at least my dad would do this. He hated when I slurped. He was like, it's so rude. You shouldn't do it, whatever. But it's also like, how else am I supposed to get the rest of the Diet Coke, Ray? Like, what do you suggest? Like, I pull off the top and go like this? No, I'm going to get ice everywhere. Like, that looks even worse than the sound of slurping, which, by the way, isn't that bad a sound. Like, what is the, that was cute. That was adorable.
Like, like a little baby hurricane.
Like, I don't even think slurping is bratty. Like, it can be if you do it for a really long time, but then it just becomes funny. It's just a bit at that point. So with slurping, it's either really cute or really funny. Those are both good things.
I think it depends on if you like the person or not. If you don't like them, slurping is the most disgusting thing in the goddamn world. If you like the person.
But that's true of everything, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Fair
it's
enough.
like, yes. But like I see your point. I see your point. Like it can become like so obnoxious. But I still say bring it back. Still bratty. If this truly is excuse me, getting emotional. If this truly is a brat summer, we should be slurping left, right, and center. I want to hear
Yes.
everyone slurps out, okay?
Yeah.
Get those straws. Like,
But you know what? You keep saying straws, which is like a contained, I would say, dainty slurp. Like that is probably the preppiest slurp out there. That is not even what I was expecting. Because
I just think it makes the most noise. I fully support pasta, a pasta slurp. Like bringing the plate to your face and going,
or a soup.
or a soup slurp. How satisfying is a soup slurp? 10 out of 10.
If I had a band, I think I would want to call it Soup Slurp.
Wow, I would buy the hell out of that merch.
I
want
think
a t-shirt
so.
with that.
And maybe we start it.
Maybe
Podcast done, guys.
Yeah, podcast. Thank you so much. We've moved on.
It's done. Okay, yeah. So
yeah, you know,
do we agree it's bratty, but brat complimentary or derogatory? What are we thinking?
I think it's brat derogatory unless you're slurping.
Yes.
Is my big take on that.
100%. And burping. Because in some cultures, burping is a compliment. It shows that you loved the meal.
Yes, that is so interesting. I think I am not on board with you with burping.
Because the smell and the heat.
To me, I just associate it with men so much.
Yes.
Gendered, whatever, but like I think it's okay. But so I'm just like, ugh, like
yeah.
It just reminds me that they're like around and in the air.
Yeah.
Literally, if they're burping.
It's a lot of DNA exposure. It's not the same. It's true.
Exactly. It's not the same. It feels less hygienic. Like slurping is about, nourishing yourself.
I guess it depends on if it's like a wave pool of slurp and if it's coming from a man, I'm more likely to be upset. It's true.
This is true. Yes. Okay.
Speaking of men with manners, Shrek 5 is coming out. Okay. That was recently announced. And my question is milking a franchise bratty? Like to its final drop? Because we've seen it in many, many places. And I love
how
Shrek.
many famously a hoe for Shrek.
Yes.
But I was thinking this because like we also talked about Despicable Me, like Despicable Me, like 4 or 5 also came out. I think we're at like Kung Fu Panda 7 by now. And it's, part of me is like, okay, you're sucking a lot out of this story. Part of me as a writer respects that, finding new twists and turns.
Yes.
Because not all of these sequels are awful.
No, a lot of them are good.
A lot of them are good. And Shrek, I think, may be one of those franchises. I'm actually very impressed by animated sequels. They seem to Sing 2, which we famously watched together.
We had a transformative experience. Yes.
I'll take 3 more sings.
Same.
Like, that's great.
Same. Keep singing.
I love that. Keep singing. There's so much to sing. Okay. We've been making music since the beginning of time, baby. Like, send them to the invention of the guitar. Like I'm here for it. And maybe it's kids movies. You just forgive a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go not bratty. I think I get it, like, whatever, we're not writing original stories, but like that ship has sailed, babe. So I'll take I will take Shrek 5 and I will like it.
Yeah. I mean, Shrek is low-key like a land activist in the first place. So I'm really curious where they're going with this.
So true.
I also just think donkey, I want to see things a little donkey-centric,
Yes, I will say I did not see Shrek 3 or 4.
Same.
My mistake,
so
perhaps?
Just simply talking.
Yeah,
I know there are children involved.
Yes. And so like that's what I was like, was there a donkey centric one? I'm not sure. But if there
Who's to
isn't,
say?
you're absolutely yeah, who can say? Well, we actually can never know.
How could we find out? How possibly
No,
could we know?
no. I don't want to know. All right. No one tell me. But I think that would be incredible if it
Yes,
did exist. I would watch
I
it.
think so. Yeah, I think we're at a consensus here.
Who is the
Uh,
brattiest Shrek character? Is it Donkey? No, it's Puss in Boots.
is it?
Or is it Shrek himself? He is the
You,
color.
one would think. One would
One
think.
would
Yes.
think.
I also feel like it's not Fiona, but it is like going to be an ogre by choice. Love it. Go for
Oh,
it.
that's true. That's
You know?
true. Wow. So wow, Shrek is really like a brat Hall of Famer as
It's
well.
laden with brats. Are you
Laden
kidding?
with brats.
Every single one of
Wow.
them. Can't think of a single one who is it.
I do love Shrek.
Yeah,
Just
so good. I
oh
mean, come on. When Smash Mouth is like the backbone of your soundtrack, are you kidding
yeah,
me?
game over. Game
It's done.
fucking over. It's done. It's
Yeah.
done. Give it an Oscar, Golden Globes.
I mean,
We're really not rewarding the right things.
I think we were so lucky to be as young as we were when the first one came out.
Yes.
Because I
It was
know it
perfect for that
yes,
time.
it
Yes.
really informed all of those movies. Emperor's New Groove and Shrek had such an impact on me and my sense of humor.
Oh my gosh, that actually makes perfect sense to me. You have never articulated that to me in so many words, and now like something about you just like clicked into place in my brain.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so true.
It's like
Those
I'm
two
just
movies
Mike
are
Myers,
so you.
Mike Myers and David Spade and Bean, the three most important men in my life, and that's kind of
Pioneers of comedy, not even joking. And you were like, yes, this is me.
yeah,
I
yeah. I
feel
was
seen.
like, I need this. I was born in the right era.
Truly,
Yes,
though, those movies are goofball in obviously in a positive way.
yes.
Just cuckoo bananas. And it's so fucking fun.
What do
They
you
don't
think?
take themselves seriously.
No, they don't, and thank God for
Thank
that.
God.
Are you
Thank God.
kidding? What would you say are those kind of movies for you?
Oh, it's like I like that inform my humor.
Mm-hmm. Because I
Like,
know you're a TV girl, especially.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's movies, but oh, but I do. My favorite movies are Will Ferrell movies. Like
Yes.
that to me, I think is definitely it's dumb. If the movie is dumb, I like the movie.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever watch Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar?
Loved it. Are you kidding
That
me?
movie so good, and I was like, yeah, this is the kind of movie I
Yeah.
want to see.
Yeah.
I am not a Star War. I am not a Dune. I'll never do it. I'm so sorry. I just don't care. But if Will Ferrell is an anchor man in 1970 San Diego,
Done. Done. It's a
done.
wrap. Yes.
The movie
Elf.
features a jazz flute. They hunt a dog. Oh, Elf. Elf, one of not even Christmas movie, one of my favorite movies
Yes.
ever.
One
I
of the most
love
influential
Elf.
movies for me as
Oh,
well.
absolutely. Just he slurped an elf.
Yeah, he
The
did.
pasta.
Yeah, he did. Actually, I felt like I was watching a family member because my sorry to throw you under the bus, Baba, but my grandfather is famously diabetic and puts now he puts Splenda on everything. At the time it was sugar, but I had seen him put maple syrup on spaghetti before. So when Will Ferrell did that, I was like, representation matters.
Look at how well we're being represented by white men in media.
Look at
like
this.
David Spade, Will Ferrell. They're doing the work and no one's talking about it.
No one's
talking
talking about it.
No one.
I never made the connection between my grandfather and Will Ferrell. I mean, just last year, we went to a buffet in a temple. I didn't even know what to expect there. And he, again, put a gulab jam in the middle of a pile of tomato spaghetti and went to town on it. And all I'm saying is he's 96 years old. So something's working.
Exactly. It's like there's something to it.
And it's called, I think that's brat behavior, complimentary.
Oh, of course, brat complimentary. Putting sugar on things that should not have sugar.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Even today, I was like, did you take your meds? And he was like, oh, I need to. And then he turns to me and he says, and I want a chocolate too. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And you'll get
Go
it.
off as you should. My dad also just has like a sweet little treat every day. It's very much like, tea time, right?
Yeah.
Like very, very 4:00, very regimented. So he'll have coffee and then he'll like rummage around for like a biscotti, like something dainty like that, like something a little fancy, like a praline cracker. Yes. Like, and he'll do like very like he'll dip his little tea cookie, and like a McVitie's, do you I mean, that's British, but like a lot of Indian people would have it in the house.
Yeah.
No. Like he'd be munching on those. Sweet treats are so important and so bratty.
They are.
Complimentary.
I really think I'm becoming that person who needs like something sweet after they eat a meal. I didn't think I would reach that day, but I'm there. I'm there and we're not going back.
I've been doing, this is my sweet treat regimen. I get those Trader Joe's dark chocolate covered almonds and I'll just like.
That's what I gave him with his meds.
And he's what, 96? Good.
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing here.
Exactly.
They're so good. They're so sweet. And you just grab a couple and you're good to go.
You're no picnic. All right, you're a spoiled little brat even. But under that, you're the most amazingly astounding, wonderful girl ever known.
Keerthi, please. I know that self-tanner was the main highlight of your week, but please tell me, who is your brat of the week?
Well, it isn't a who this time, it's a what.
Oh.
And the what is fireworks. Okay. Famously in America, we celebrate our independence on July the 4th. Okay?
Yes.
A very bratty holiday. I think anything that involves hot dogs is bratty. So like baseball, barbecues, etc. And fireworks though, especially, and I love fireworks. I want to say this is brat complimentary to start things off. I could watch fireworks forever. I feel like I become a 2-year-old when I watch them. I'm like, wow, like, ooh, like I'm the person making those noises when I watch fireworks. It's involuntary. It's mesmerizing. And I'm like, oh my God, look, that one's in a shape. Like it blows my mind. I'm like, where did we get the technology to do this? So I just think the fact that they are loud, obnoxious, in your face, literally in the sky, you can't avoid it even if you want to, and so colorful. To me, it's kind of like everything that a brat is in one experience, because fireworks are controversial, and I, as a dog owner, see the other side of fireworks, how terrifying they can be to our
dogs and people.
Exactly. And people, yes, it is a very scary thing. I understand this. But when I look up into the night sky and I see a cowboy boot shaped firework, I am in awe.
I've never seen that.
I am on board.
I too would be in awe. I've literally never seen that in my life. I didn't know it was possible.
Isha, anything is possible. Okay. Anything is possible. So my brat of the week goes to Gold Star Fireworks. Hands down.
I love it. All right. Is that a brand? Or are you just giving it a gold star?
No, I am giving it a gold star, and that's why after I said it, I regretted saying it, because it seems like I'm shouting out specific fireworks. Like, I only like Gold Star fireworks. Gold Star Fireworks, if you are out there, if you do exist, sponsor us.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure I would love you. Thank you.
Exists now. Anyway.
Yeah. Isha, what or who is your brat of the week?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you seen that movie? I think it's A Family Affair, or perhaps it could be The.
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
It's Nicole Kidman. It's Zac Efron.
And this is and Joey King.
And Joey King. And I would like to name Joey King is my brat of the week. Her character is every spectrum of brat in that movie. But it's hard to make me laugh with physical comedy, but if you succeed, I'm dying. Okay? Spoiler alert, it's about, I don't know, like 38 minutes, 50 seconds into the film, does some of my favorite physical comedy that I've seen in a while. Like,
wow, Joey King does. That's surprising to me.
Joey King, the girl who played, I believe, Ramona in Beezus and Ramona. I haven't seen it, I'm going to be honest. You know?
I have not seen it either. I think a Selena Gomez film.
Yes, Joey King, who famously played the girl who was the you know who I'm talking about.
Famously, that girl who. Here's the thing about Joey King. She's one of those celebrities who I'm like, I don't know why you're famous. Like, I can't name a single thing you've been in.
She's in so many things, and she's very
But she is in so many things. I just simply can't name a single one of them.
She was in The Kissing Booth, which I have famously not seen. That one. Which is like
no.
It makes me feel like I can't be an authority on Brats because I haven't seen The Kissing Booth.
What about The Kissing Booth is bratty though? Maybe we should watch it and see.
I think we need to give a review next week upon watching it.
Because that's Jacob Elordi, right?
Yes, that
his
is
claim
Jacob
to fame.
Okay. Yes. But I mean, her performance in that is like, can I give a spoiler?
Please.
Okay. Essentially, she plays Zac Efron's assistant. Zac Efron is, of course, playing another successful actor. She's his assistant, and she walks in on him having sex with her mother. Okay, so she chokes on a donut, hits her head on a wall, collapses, or is revived. What? And upon seeing that she's making contact with his like naked, sweaty body, starts gagging profusely.
Oh my god, that is a sort of Cirque du Soleil of physical comedy. Yes, and brathood. Okay, I want to watch just that specific scene. I don't think I need to see anything.
I gave you the timestamp.
38 minutes. I'm in there. And also so I can familiarize myself with Joey King's body of work.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. But who is oh my gosh, I am blanking on her name. Please help me. That girl who was in prison for
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
She plays Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
So she has quite a range.
Yeah, that is a range.
Yeah, she's a good actor. She's very talented.
Okay, well, Joey King, great actress of our time.
Brat of the week. Thank you for your service, Joey King.
Thank you,
girl
Joey
in that thing.
That girl in that thing. Always will be forever.
Yes.
Watch her. She's gonna win an Oscar like next year. That's what's gonna happen.
And you know what?
I will not have seen that movie either.
I'm literally Googling Joey King Oscar.
Like, yeah, she may have it already.
It's buffering because she's gonna get one. You know,
we'll see. Get one.
But and my other brat of the week is Nicolas Cage. I'm going to see Longlegs tomorrow. And
wait, oh my god, I'm a bad film industry person. What is Longlegs?
He plays it's like an A24 movie where he plays a serial killer.
Wait, yeah, I want to see that. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you know what? It would be really fun to have to play the quiet game with Nicolas Cage.
Elaborate.
who do you think would win? Because I feel like even in his like silent scenes, it's a lot of breath work. Does that count as a noise?
Whoa, that's so true. Of course it does, right?
Mhm.
I haven't seen any of the like Quiet Place movies, but I think the thing is you can't make a sound, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen them either. Spoiler.
That's the
but
promise of the premise or whatever.
we should not be
But, like,
revealing this.
yeah, I've never seen a film.
I've only seen Shrek and Emperor's New Groove and Johnny English.
Genuinely, I think I've only like Nancy Meyer movies and Will Ferrell movies. Those are the movies I can talk to you about. Anything else, like, hey, buddy, that's over my head. It's too sophisticated.
And I know this may pain you, but for me, also Lord of the Rings, like hard.
No, it doesn't pain me. I had a good friend who was a Legolas girly, like Orlando Bloom boots the house down. And that's the thing is I get it. Of course I get it. I'm a human. Like
I have a pulse.
Yeah, like I understand what's there. Okay. And there's a lot of there. But just personally,
Yeah, no. I
ugh.
really can't even imagine you sitting through one of the films.
Because I would not.
Yeah.
Because I would not.
Yeah.
Famously, I'm a 90-minute movie girl. If you're clocking in 2 hours, fine, I can deal with it. The second we get above 120 minutes,
It's done.
It's done. I'm not going to see it. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't have to see every movie. And I won't.
And you won't. You shan't. So
I shan't. All right, Isha.
All right. I believe it is time for Brat Rapid Fire.
So now we are at Brat Rapid Fire, where Isha and I pose a series of this or that questions to one another. And one item or person will reign Brat Supreme within our rapid fire questions. And then the person must explain their reasoning for why this is king or queen of the things that we bring up. Isha, would you like to go first?
I would love to. So, my subject in question is bodies of water. Are you ready for this?
Hell yeah. Born ready, baby.
Here we go. All right. Swimming pool or jacuzzi?
Repeat the first one.
Swimming pool or jacuzzi?
Oh, pool.
Okay. Pool or hot spring?
Pool.
Wow. Pool or pond?
Pond.
Pond or lake?
Pond.
Wow. Pond or lagoon?
Lagoon.
Lagoon or bog?
Bog.
I just wanted to hear you say bog, to be honest.
Well, because it's like obviously bog. Obviously bog. Like once we get to bog, what else are we see? Now you've heard me say bog like 16 times. It's a bog. The bog is the brattiest body of water.
But ready, bog or swamp?
Bog.
Still bog.
Still bog.
All right, well,
like
bog.
swamps are too obvious. That's
True.
the thing. Like bogs are your fly under the radar. It's like a sly swamp.
Yeah.
So it's got to be bog.
Yeah.
And also the name is Bog. Like, come on now. Like, like swamps, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
A bog is rare.
Shrek has made swamps so mainstream.
Exactly.
Shrek and the state of Florida.
Swamps are done now. Yeah. Like
there's just an oversaturation in the market. Like
yeah, like, oh, sorry, we've seen that before, sweetie. Like bogs
thank you.
are just yeah, thank you for trying though. But when you come across a bog, okay.
Every time you say it, I laugh.
Exactly, which speaks to how bratty it is. Like the name itself is hilarious. Who like looked at that and was like, you know what that is? A bog. Like
no,
what?
I'm
And
sure
it's so perfect too.
A caveman must have said
yeah, and they were like, yes, And that is what it will be for the rest of time. And thank you for your service, caveman. Because we're tee-heeing now in the year 2024.
Might I pitch to you animated
Yes.
show about a real estate mogul who fills bogs and builds ugly buildings over it, called Bob the Bog Slayer.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, and that is existing IP, which big, huge, is gonna get us far in this industry. So yeah. 6 seasons in a movie. Let's do it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. No one take that idea, okay?
Yeah, don't even try.
Don't even try. We have it. It's locked down.
All right. Well,
okay, Isha, are you ready,
ready
for your Brat Rapid Fire?
Yes, so ready.
My umbrella category is accessories. Okay. Chokers or keychains?
Chokers.
Chokers or mood rings?
Mood rings.
Mood rings or temporary tattoos?
Oh my God.
Temporary
tattoos.
Ooh, temporary tattoos or acrylic nails?
Acrylic nails.
Acrylic nails or belly button rings?
Acrylic nails.
Okay. That acrylic nails wins. Explain.
Acrylics win because I like, there's just something about having long nails. I don't imagine acrylic nails that aren't long, that aren't.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yes, talon adjacent. Like, I love the idea of just someone kind of being in your, like, acrylic nails are the like fake lashes of the hand, and there's just something so fun about them. I don't know how people wear contact lenses with them. Actually, I do. I've watched tutorials. I would never try it, but I'm very impressed by those who do.
Yes.
It's something about clickety clackety. You know, they're the heel of the hand. They're the lash of the hand. They really make a statement. It's a different kind of power dynamic. I would actually say chokers are also very bratty, but there is like a potential elegance to a choker that pulls it out of brathood in a way to me.
And I agree with you. I think acrylic nails are the brattiest, and you're right, it's the clickety clack. Like when I can go like this and it makes a sound, like,
yeah, it's an instrument. You're
gorgeous.
A musician.
Exactly. I'm a musician and also like a weapon.
Yes.
In one thing. And isn't that so poetic to be both music and evil at the same time?
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, but I do have to press against elegant chokers. What are these elegant chokers that you're seeing?
Okay, I guess I'm not thinking of like the like kind that you just like stick on. It's like, I'm sure like you've seen like your grandma even wearing like temple jewelry that's like across the neck and you like tie it in the back, and it's like heavy and metal and like very fancy. Yes. Maybe those aren't chokers, but they're choking. They're choking.
I mean, you're right. They are doing that function. No, I had never thought of those as chokers before, but you're right. That would be an elegant choker. Okay.
But if we're talking Claire's, I will say one of my biggest regrets, there was this small business near my hometown called Bazaar Star Beatery. And when I tell you that it was like the coolest place in the world to me. I made so many chokers there. I had birthday parties at that place. It was freaking amazing. And in the 3rd grade, I made this blue choker with a dolphin pendant. Okay.
I love it already. Cute. I want one now.
At some point in like high school or college, I don't know what got into me. I removed the dolphin pendant. So I still have the choker, but there's no dolphin there anymore.
Then what is even the point of it?
Big mistake. Huge. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Like what? I'm just wearing like a friendship bracelet around my neck now. Are you kidding me? I had a statement piece before.
I was such a dolphin girl. Like, you know, you were probably either a horse girl or a dolphin girl, right?
I'm a dolphin girl all the way. Lisa Frank dolphin.
Lisa Frank dolphins. Oh my God. If you gave me a Lisa Frank dolphin sticker, I was like kissing your feet.
Yes.
I was like, this is the greatest thing that has ever existed.
Oh yeah. Kidnappers missed out by having low budgets, because you know what? If you presented me with some Lisa Frank materials, I would have gone anywhere
you're like,
with you.
yeah, hey kid, I have like 6 coloring books. Do you want them? I'd be like, yes, I will get in your van.
I'll take this metallic folder. Sure, I'll go in this dark van where I won't be able to see said folder.
That's
but
the other thing. They were shiny.
They were
like,
so shiny.
What? Like the horse girls, I'm like, you want this brown animal? Like, get a dog, okay? Like, a dolphin is majestic. It can leap. It lives in the ocean.
Yeah.
The most mysterious body of water amongst us.
Maybe more than a bog. So
not get crazy, okay? We have already settled it. Bogs are the brightest body of water.
You're right. It's true. It's true. I mean, I didn't even want to put the ocean or the sea in that category, because I just felt like it's different. It's like Bogs
it's different.
Bogs are a startup, whereas the ocean and the sea are like,
right, they're Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
They're behemoths now. You know, at one point they were not, but now, unfortunately, they're not in the same breath. Yeah, yeah. You heard it here first. The ocean is Amazon.
The ocean is founded by Jeff Bezos.
Yes. Controlled by Daddy Bezos.
Well, I think this has been yet another lovely episode of
beautiful,
just high-end intellect.
Oh, and that's what you will get every week on Huge Brats is the tippy top of intellect,
just
top tier
level.
Just 2 smarty pants brats chit chatting away. And if you like us, please like us on Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts rather, and Spotify, and write us and rate us and all that good stuff.
Yes, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Huge Brats. We're on YouTube as well, and wherever you get your podcasts. So thanks again for tuning in.
Find us.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye, Brat.
Bye, Brat.